Hi everyone, Baby Steps here. It's been a minute since I got home. I have been waiting for a day like today so I can show you what's inside my backpack. I still have not unpacked it because I wanted to make this video. So just gonna show you how I put everything in all the different pockets, my little system for organizing everything, and just show you how it all fits inside that little pack. Another cool thing I will show you a little later is that we discovered today that a woodpecker has made themselves a little home in one of the foam buoys. That's our little shed there, hanging on our shed, that little green one right there, hanging on our shed there. So we just figured that out today, so I'll show you a little bit of that too. Other than that, I've been doing a lot of gardening since I came home. I was able to go to one of my friend's memorials so far, which was really great. I'm so glad I came home for that. It was very healing and wonderful to be with my friends, and a lot of gardening, a lot of mulch, a lot of gardening. Okay, let me turn the camera around and I'll show you what's inside my pack. All right, so I use a Gossamer Gear Mariposa 60 backpack. So the 60 refers to 60 liters, and it's not all on the inside pocket of the pack. The exterior pockets, this large stretchy one, these two on this side, and then a nice long one here, make up 24 liters, believe it or not. And then the interior is 36 liters. For me, I've added this water bottle holster. This goes on one shoulder strap. This is my phone case. It's getting a little beat, but it holds my phone and snacks, or maybe my glasses or something. And then I have a couple clips on here. I think I've showed you before. This one is to hold my umbrella in place, so that clips around it, as well as this little guy. It keeps it upright to my shoulder. And all right, turn it back around and I'll start taking stuff out and show you what's in there. All right, so in my exterior pocket, I keep all of my rain gear. So this orange thing here, you've seen some of my other videos. This is my Light Heart Gear hoodie pack cover. So this covers my pack when it's raining, as well as my head and shoulders if I want it to. It's really great. I'm a little overkill on rain because, I don't know, I just really don't want my pack to get wet because I like to put it in my tent if I can. This is a little bag I keep together that has a whole spare set of socks, a spare set of Injinji toe sock liners. It also has my rain mittens, which I never needed last time, and a pair of gloves. They are made by Z-Pack, and they're made from possum wool. After purchasing them, I thought more about that. Maybe I shouldn't have bought possum wool. I don't know how friendly that is to the poor possum stuff. But yeah, this is it. So some socks. These are the toe liners. They each have individual toes. They really prevent my feet from blistering. These are the little mitts. They're made by Z-Pack. They're okay. They don't really weigh anything, so. And then these are the gloves. These are also by Z-Pack. So most of these companies I'm mentioning are cottage gear companies. They're small companies that cater to backpackers, and especially ultralight folks. These are just my hang tags for the AT, and one I picked up last year in Front Royal, Virginia. All right, so what else is in here? This is my rain jacket. This is made by Montbell. Ultralight. Just weighs a few ounces. I really end up using it more for wind than rain. But at night or in the mornings, you know, when I'm getting ready and it's just chilly, maybe the puffy jacket's too much, or maybe it's really cold and they need the puffy jacket and that. It can be really helpful. And what else is in here? Oh, this is my bear bag kit, my hanging kit. So it's just a little small Dyneema bag with about 50 feet of cordage and a couple of small carabiners, and that's what I use to hang my food from trees. I always carry a little extra paracord. A little overkill on this one. That's if I wanted to hang up like a laundry line or something. And then this is my rain kilt. I think you saw me wearing this in one of the videos. It's just this real thin little skirt. It snaps around the waist and it's waterproof, and it covered my fanny pack. That was really great, actually. I put it on once when my pants were, underneath was wet, and they actually dried from my own body heat underneath, which was really nice. And that's it for there. I keep a couple of safety pins on the outside, and this little doohickey here is where I actually hang these sandals that I got. Those are my camp shoes. All right, side pocket here is where I keep my water filtration system. So this is what I use to filter water. It's a 3-liter, like a silicone bag by this company called CNOC, C-N-O-C. That holds 3 liters of water. See, the bottom here has a 28mm thread, which is the same as like a Smart water bottle or Life water, a lot of water bottles. This is my water filter. It's called the Sawyer Squeeze. This screws directly onto here, and then I've added this little coupler. It's like a $1 little coupler from Sawyer, and then my water bottle screws right onto that. So when I have the whole thing set up in line with the bottle attached here, I can hang it from a tree or the shelter and just let my water filter by gravity. And for me, I just kind of roll it up together. I use this awesome silicone rubber band that my friend Cindy gave me last year. I still use it every day. I'll do that a little later. Next, in the same pocket, this is my scoop. So these are the bags that come with the Sawyer water bottles. The Sawyer filters. And they are not reliable to use as a water collection bag, so I cut the top off, and it actually opens up flat, and you can even stand it up. But it's a great way if there's a really, if you're really kind of hurting for water, or the water source is near dry, you can use it to scoop water out of and then put it into the collection bag. Sometimes the bag is a little too big to get in there. And then next, I'm very simple about it, but this is my potty bag. So I just use a Ziploc baggie. I have an ultralight trowel in here that I use. We have to dig a cat hole. It weighs like 0.2 ounces. It's called the Deuce. I carry a few wet wipes, toilet paper, and then this little doohickey, which I really don't use, but just in case, it's a little mini bidet. It screws onto a water bottle, and then water squirts out of that little hole right there. So if you really need to clean yourself, you can do that. I also put a spare quart-sized Ziploc bag in there to pack out toilet paper and any feminine products I use if I get my period on trail. That's it for that pocket. Oh wait, what's in there? Oh, I forgot. I found this on the trail. Oops. I think it might have belonged to someone at that last shelter. Oh well, I have an extra spork now. This pocket is where I keep my extra water bottle. So I'll carry like 1 full liter of water here, and then in that bottle on my shoulder strap, that's where I carry like a 0.7 liter water bottle, and I drink out of that one. And then I'll keep a spare one here, and also my second breakfast bottle, which you've seen. And this is my pee kit. So this is a Venus to Mars. It's a hard little plastic funnel that I use to urinate standing up. Some hand sanitizer clipped onto that. And then this is called a Kula cloth. I actually won this one. And this is what I used to wipe with. So I keep it all together on a little carabiner there. I used to clip it on my pack. I have to take my pack off every time. And I learned from my friend Colleen, just leave it in the pocket, because now I can use it without taking my pack off. So that's wonderful. All right, front hip pocket. There's 2 hip pockets on this bag. And this is where I keep snacks, electrolytes, my squeezed peanut butter, stuff like that, honey sticks. And then on the other one, turn it around. Sorry, probably not the best video quality here. This one is where I will keep These are these little arm sleeves I have. They are SPF 50. So if I am using like my umbrella for the sun, but my arms are still getting it, and I really don't carry sunblock, I'll put these on. For the last leg, I did throw a little bottle of Picardin in there, bug spray. Picardin is preferred because it will not damage my equipment. So DEET is really damaging to all these nice nylons and expensive fabrics of a lot of our equipment. So this does not damage that if you get a little overspray. I carry the teeniest little bug net. It's made by Ben's, and it's just a little bug net, goes over my head. I can fit it over my hat too. So if I'm stopping to get water somewhere at a water source and there's a lot of mosquitoes buzzing around, I can just throw this little sucker on and at least keep my head from getting bit by mosquitoes. Anything else in here? Oh, a little baggie that I put my honey stick trash in, and one spare mask just in case. That's it for that pocket. Got my hat here, kind of tucked away on my pack here. I added some of this stretchy webbing, like cordage, so I'll throw like a shirt on there. Maybe if I start with a shirt on and I get a little warm, I'll just stuff it in there. My umbrella sits in this whole sleeve here, really easy to reach back and grab if I need that. So this is the bag that I carry this is my toiletries. So I've got toothpaste, toothbrush, a little nasal spray, some little mouth spray. I've got this says it's a Gold Bond powder, but it's really this other stuff called anti-monkey butt powder. It's really great. I've got a little hairbrush that has a mirror on the other side, so I use that for tick checks. That's about it. Probably a little overkill. This is my first aid kit and repair kit. So in here I have, this bottle has some extra medications like Advil, Aleve, Tylenol. I carry just really minimal, a few little packets of antibiotic ointment. The green thing here is a half of a little tiny travel soap bar, just in case I really need to wash my hands at camp. Like maybe 6 bandages altogether, Band-Aids. A little crazy glue, you never know. These are mini scissors, which are very helpful for cutting this tape. I told you about the Luco tape I use. You put that over any blisters, right when you feel a hot spot, stop right away. Put this tape over that hot spot, you will not get a blister. It's like duct tape, and then it has some healing like emollient infused into it, and it will help blisters heal twice as fast. I carry an extra sport cap for my water bottles in here, and this little bag has like repair kits for if I get a little hole in my sleeping pad. So really, really basic. Deeper in the bottom, I've moved my cup out to this pocket. I used to keep it inside. So this is my titanium cup I use for my coffee. I use it in my tent at night. These are some battery packs to recharge my phone at night. And it's really great because I'll actually take this out of the little container. I can put it in here, put my phone in front of that, take my Apple Watch off, and I wrap it around my phone, and then I have a dual charger that's in the house. It's one goes to my watch and one goes to the phone, and I just charge them up right there. I usually do that in the evening, and I stop it before I go to bed, and then I'll just top everything off in the morning. And that's it for that pocket. And I'll try to take my hat off here real quick. I'll stop this here and I'll restart in a sec when I open it up. All right, so the top of my pack, this little flap here does have a pocket in it. I only store a few items in there. It has this little zipper on the side. Hard to do when I've just got one hand here, but so really I don't put a lot in here. This is my headlamp. It's made by this company called Nightcore. I have an even ultralight band on it, so it weighs like 1 ounce. It's rechargeable. It has a white light and a red light, and it has different brightness levels, so low, medium, and high, and also has a flashing. And then you can also lock it so that it doesn't turn on accidentally in your pack and drain your battery. But it's rechargeable. I can recharge it right from my little battery pack there, which is great. Actually, I never really have to charge it again on trail because it just lasts so long. So I carry an extra gallon bag, you never know. This is my EpiPen. I thought I had developed this as some type of allergy that was creating my lips to swell. Turns out I don't think it's an allergy. I think it actually was a medication reaction to a muscle relaxer I've been taking for a neck issue I have. So I've stopped that for now. It's not going too well, but these are my tent stakes. I always keep these in here. Tent stakes, headlamp, always go in this pocket. Because that's the one thing you do not want to forget are your tent stakes. And I carry a couple extra earplugs. And really, that's it for that top pocket. All right, we'll dive into the inside now. Okay, after opening up the top, there's a little clip here. Just kind of keeps it together a little bit. And in the top, usually the first thing is my puffy jacket. So when you get to camp at night, when you are sweaty, but then you stop and it's 40, 50 degrees, first thing you want to do is throw on your puffy jacket. It just keeps you nice and cozy, and then it will actually allow your clothing underneath that are wet and sweaty to dry, well, just from your own body heat. All right, so the next thing on top inside, because the next thing I'm going to do when I get to camp, I try to pack my bag in the opposite way that I unpack it, or the things I use, is my tent. Tent's right here on top, rolled up. I'm not going to unroll this, but you've seen pictures of it. So Durston X-Mid, 1 person. It weighs 28 ounces. Next inside my pack, kind of hard to see. I'll just pull things out. This is my ground cloth. It's actually just Tyvek home wrap, cut to size. I think it weighs about 6 ounces. I've used that clear plastic, it's called Polycro, the stuff you put over your windows if you live in like an old drafty house. And I did use that for a little bit last year, but gosh, it does not dry and everything just sticks to it. So you're just opening up wet, leafy, thing every day, where this will dry really well. You can wash it in a stream if you need to. It's just bomb proof and totally waterproof. All right, next in the front is this little foam pad I have. It's also made by Gossamer Gear. It's a closed cell foam. It's only 1/8 of an inch thick, and it just gives me a little extra warmth underneath my sleeping pad, and also helps my sleeping pad from sliding down. Like if I'm on a little bit of a hill and a little incline, the spot's not totally flat, you kind of slide around in your tent, and that keeps me from doing that. So I found that really helpful this time around. Next up, try to have a little lower in the bag, is my food bag. This says 3 nights, 4 days of food in it. Next up is my stove, which I did show you guys that. I've been keeping it in this little stuff sack. I didn't last year, but I did this year just because this metal underneath, this helps to boil your water super fast, but it's kind of sharp, and I've stopped using a stuff sack for my quilt inside. So this way I just feel like I'm protecting the material of my quilt a little bit, and it's a very thin nylon that the quilt is made from. All right, so now inside is this clear plastic called a Nilo Flume bag, and this has everything inside of it that I really don't want to get wet. Told you I'm a little extra. Sorry about that. A little extra vigilant about rain. I don't know why, but I just don't want my things to get wet. So this is my bag with all my clothing in it. So this has this is actually the stuff sack from my tent. It has, I like because this bag is kind of waterproof in and of itself. It carries the clothes I'm going to wear to camp. socks to bed, underwear to bed, maybe one extra pair of underwear. Because other than that, remember, we wear the same clothing every day. Next up is my sleeping pad. The bag that it's in is actually an inflator bag. So there's the bag itself. The pad. You see this cool little valve here. This bag opens up here. You can get it with one hand. Hold on. And that hooks onto this, and then I can just open the bag up. Sometimes if it's breezy, the wind can fill it for you. Or you can just blow into it like a nice one big breath, and it will blow, fill with air, and then you can just squish it down and it fills up your the pad. And then this is my little pillow. Nemo brand, the Philo Elite. Oh, it's so comfortable. All right. And I think, last but not least, is my quilt. Oh, I do have a liner in there too. The whole bag out. So there's my quilt and lightened equipment. And because I knew on that last leg it was going to be a little extra chilly, I have a little silk liner. That weighs about 5 ounces. Gives about an extra 14 degrees worth of warmth to my quilt. And my quilt is a 30-degree quilt. So yeah, so that's it. Now my pack is basically empty, except for my pockets. It's really small. And really, once I have my tent set up, this can fit fairly easily into my tent with me. I'll put it at the head of my tent, and it keeps my pillow in place on my pad, and I put my shoes down at the end. So even though I have these really great vestibules, I can really fit everything inside of my tent with me, which I just like. Keeps bugs off of things too. So yeah, so that's it. All right, I thought I would just unpack that clothing bag to show you what I carry. So for the last leg I was going to do, it was going to be really cold, like, you know, in the 30s at night. So I've got my warmest long john bottoms here. They're made by Patagonia. They're a little fuzzy, but they are made from this material called air material, and they have like a weave to them, so they kind of like how neoprene traps water layer in between your body and the fabric, and keep that layer warm to keep you warm when you're scuba diving. This keeps the air warm against your body, and they actually are the lightest weight of all of my long johns, even though they're the warmest ones. So these are the pants, and I have it in a hoodie top. The hood itself, you can see how small the opening is, but it goes right around your face, or if you're not wearing it, you can put it down and it's more like a turtleneck. So it's not a big bulky hood. These are my sleep socks. They're an extra pair of darn tufts just in case I need to hike in them, but they are really only for sleep. So these stay separate. I keep a separate pair of underwear just for sleeping in that green color. Otherwise, I'm wearing, well, I'll show you in a minute. This is just a t-shirt I picked up last year at Walmart. So I'll wear this first underneath the top there, the long john top. In case I get too warm, I can just take that off and just sleep in the t-shirt. It was like a $5 Walmart purchase. And then I have one spare pair of underwear, which I started this last time wearing men's boxer briefs. And they're like this really cooling material, because I was wearing a hiking skirt. I didn't want my legs to touch, or like rub together while I'm hiking. So I found these at Walmart, and they're great. So I wear one pair, and then I carry a spare pair. So a lot of people will kind of like wear a pair, wash them at camp, hang them to dry, wear the clean pair the next day, and like switch back and forth, or wear one pair for a couple days, go from there. And I can use the little pocket on the front for my pee funnel, or I just pull the leg up. A couple of things in that bag are this little Norwex cloth. This is the body and face. This is from a little pack of 3. But what's interesting about this fabric is that it's antimicrobial. It's called Backlock, and it cleans itself as it dries. So instead of using heavy baby wipes and packing them out every day, I wash myself with this little bad boy before I go to bed. So I wear my hiking clothes until I go to bed, and they're generally dry by the time I do go to bed, which is really nice for the next day. And then I'll take those now dry items, but because they're full of sweat, I'll put them in a Ziploc bag overnight to keep them dry. Otherwise, ambient moisture in the air will kind of resaturate them. So yeah, do that. And then I carry a buff. I mostly wear this at bed, and I usually put it over my eyes. And then this is the Z-Packs possum wool hat. So sometimes I'll put this on, and then I'll put this on over that to cover my eyes and kind of keep that in place. But a new thing I just got, of course it arrived after I left last time, to replace that hat at night, is a hood from the company that makes my quilts, Enlightened Equipment. So it's very cozy. It goes around your head and covers your neck area too. So because quilts don't have a hood on them built in like sleeping bags do, this is a great alternative. So if it's cold enough that you need a hood, but you don't necessarily want to wear your puffy jacket to bed, because then you'd be too hot, then you can wear the hood instead of the hat and everything. And the hood moves with you when you move in the quilt, which is genius. So I will definitely be using that next time. If I just give you a quick run over what's in that little clothing bag. All right, this is the buoy on the back of our shed. See this hole? A woodpecker carved that out. You can see inside. There's really nothing in it. It looks pretty empty right now, but I'm curious to see what happens with this as the summer progresses. Here's a little quick view of my garden. So last year when I came off trail, this whole hill was pretty much had been poison ivy. The rock wall wasn't here. My husband built that out of just rocks we found on the property. And so I found this great garden center, sold me all these plants for like half price, and I put them all in last year. Oh, we've got a lupin coming up. Look at that. Perennial geraniums are blooming. Got some yarrow here that's starting to bud out. Back there is called crocosmia, those tall spiky ones, and the little ones in the middle are milkweed. It's the only plant that I think I lost one of them. Got some Russian sage, different grasses and daylilies, and lots of sedum, little succulents along the backside of the rock wall. Yeah, our house has been a bit of a work in progress for the last few years.